Dear students, welcome to the Language English class. This video lecture is intended for the first semester BA and BSc students of University of Mysore. In the book Semiosis 1, you have been prescribed a sonnet, Shall I Compare Thee, written by William Shakespeare. In this session, I will be introducing you to the life and works of William Shakespeare, and I will also give a brief introduction to the sonnet as a significant literary form. The main objectives of this session are to know about the life and works of William Shakespeare, to understand sonnet as a significant genre of literature, to learn the salient features and types of sonnets. So, students, are you ready? Shall we begin the class? William Shakespeare. I hope you are all familiar with this name. William Shakespeare is the most celebrated English playwright, poet, and actor who was born in the year 1564 at Stratford upon Avon, Warwickshire, in England. ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಹೆಸರು ಬಹಳ ಪರಿಚಿತ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಈತ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಸರಾಂತ ಕವಿ, ನಾಟಕಕಾರ ಹಾಗೂ ನಟ. ಈತ 1564ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಂಬ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್, popularly known as the Bard of Avon, lived and wrote during the reign of Queen Elizabeth in England. He was a contemporary of other notable Elizabethan dramatists like Ben Jonson and Christopher Marlowe. Shakespeare's work constitute 37 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 narrative poems. His plays have been divided into comedies or romances, historical plays, and tragedies. Plays like As You Like It, The Merchant of Venice, Midsummer Night's Dream, The Tempest are classified as romances. Henry IV, Part 1 and 2, Henry V, King John, Richard II, etc. come under historical plays, while the most popular plays like Macbeth, Hamlet, King Lear, Othello, Julius Caesar, Romeo and Juliet are considered the great tragedies. Shakespeare is said to have added thousands of new words and expressions to the English language, which is indeed remarkable. And this great literary giant died in the year 1616, but his works have remained relevant even to this day, and they are widely read, enjoyed, performed all over the world. I said that Shakespeare was not only a dramatist but also a sonneteer. But dear students, What do we mean by sonnet? ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ನಾಟಕಕಾರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ರಚಿಸಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಸಾನೆಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Sonnet is one of the important forms of lyric poems. A sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. ಸಾನೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಇದು 14 ಸಾಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪದ್ಯ. The sonnet form originated in Italy. It was popularized in England by Sir Thomas Watt and Henry Howard, the Earl of Surrey. ಇಟಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂತಹ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಥಾಮಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೆನ್ರಿ ಹಾವರ್ಡ್ ರವರಿಂದ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯವಾಯಿತು. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಸುನೀತಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. There are two types of sonnets. The first is Italian sonnet and another one is English sonnet. We have made this division on the basis of the salient features of sonnets. Let us know what are they. Italian sonnet, it is also known as the Petrarchan sonnet because it is named after the great Italian poet Petrarch. This sonnet is divided into two parts. The first 8 lines is known as octave and the second part, the 6 lines, is known as sestet. The rhyme scheme of an Italian sonnet runs like this: A B B A, A B B A in the octave, C D E, C D E in the sestet. When we come to the English sonnet, which is also known as the Shakespearean sonnet because William Shakespeare popularized this form in England, we have 3 quatrains of 4 lines each and a couplet at the end. ಇಟಾಲಿಯನ್ ಸಾನೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟೇವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಸ್ಟೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವ 2 ಭಾಗ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸಾನೆಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಕ್ವಾಟ್ರೈನ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳಿರುವ 3 ಕ್ವಾಟ್ರೈನ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ವಿಪದಿ. The rhyme scheme of an English sonnet goes like this: AB AB in the first quatrain, CD CD in the second, EF EF in the third, and G G in the couplet. William Shakespeare sonnets. William Shakespeare, as I have already told, has written 154 sonnets and they were probably composed between the early 1590s and 1605. Students, here is an interesting fact to note about Shakespeare's sonnets. His sonnets from number 1 to sonnet number 126 are addressed to a young man, his close friend, who is identified as Mr. W.H., probably the Earl of Southampton. The sonnets from number 127 to 154 are addressed to one dark lady whose identity is not clear. ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ನ ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು 2 ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಮೊದಲನೆಯದರಿಂದ 126ರವರೆಗಿನ ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆತ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತನನ್ನು ಕುರಿತು ರಚಿಸಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈತನನ್ನು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ WH ಅಥವಾ ದ ಅರ್ಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೌತಾಂಪ್ಟನ್ ಅಂತ ಗುರುತಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಎರಡನೇ ಭಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ 127ರಿಂದ 154ರವರೆಗಿನ ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆತ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೇಡಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೆಂಗಸಿನ ಕುರಿತು ರಚಿಸಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈಕೆ ಯಾರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. We have come to know that Shakespeare has written so many sonnets. But what are the themes of these sonnets? We need to know this. Shakespeare's sonnets are based on the themes of love, friendship, marriage, hatred, jealousy, etc. His most popular sonnets are based on the themes of love, friendship, and marriage. The present sonnet, number 18, Shall I Compare Thee, is addressed to the poet's young and handsome friend, and it is based on the theme of friendship. So, dear students, I hope you have understood what I have taught so far. So, in this session, we have learnt about the life and works of William Shakespeare, and also I have given a brief introduction to the form and structure of a sonnet. So, let's once recapitulate what we have studied so far. Here is a brief summary of this session. We have learned in this session that William Shakespeare, the great English playwright and sonneteer, was born in England in 1564. He has written 37 plays and 154 sonnets in English. His sonnets are mainly based on the themes of love, friendship, marriage, hatred, etc. The definition of sonnet: a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines which originated in Italy, and there are two types of sonnets: the Petrarchan or the Italian sonnet and the Shakespearean or the English sonnet. So, dear students, I hope you have understood this much. In the next session, we will analyze the poem Shall I Compare Thee in detail. If you want some more additional information regarding this, you can refer to these books which are shown in the slide, and you can make further studies. So, see you in the next class. Thank you, dear students.